who happens to be part of the LGBTQIA plus community. Hello and welcome to a video you did not search for. My name is Keely, and in today's video, well, I'm going to be talking about lockdown 2.0 for England because that's where I live and it affects me and some people that may watch this video. So if you don't know already, the day I'm putting this video out, we have started at midnight a national lockdown for England. I know our neighbouring countries have or some of them are doing lockdowns already. I know our neighbouring counties and cities, some of them have been in a tier system. So we had our medium, high and very high. Very high was pretty much things shut down already. London, where I live, was in a high tier, which means that we couldn't meet in groups of 6 indoors, but we could meet with groups of 6 outdoors. I don't know, the whole thing's very confusing. But the reason I wanted to make this video, because obviously I restarted my channel in during the first lockdown in the UK. So the reason I wanted to do it again and not like restart the channel but do another lockdown video is because I wanted to share my worries that some of you guys might have as well, because this time it's going to be very, very different. So in the UK, it's almost the same as last time, apart from the difference of schools and universities and colleges and nurseries still being open, as well as supermarkets, right? And for me as a parent, that means that my children will not be at home this time, so it will be a very different experience. Not only that, my partner has just gone back to work from furlough and he will still be working 2 times a week. Now for anyone, they're like, well, then you get the whole place to yourself for 3 days out of 7. But I am also someone who suffers from severe anxiety, and my anxiety is driven from a fear of being alone. Now, it sounds normal, people do not like being alone. I mean, it's extreme fear. So some of you may know that I lost my father, or father figure rather, 2 years ago. So in 2018, the person that raised me, that I learnt as a child to call dad. Those were the words I used. I did not call him granddad, I did not call him uncle, even though that would be weird. I called him dad. That was my dad, right? And when he passed away, I don't know where it came from, but I started exhibiting behaviours that was like the opposite of agoraphobia. So instead of wanting to stay inside and not go outside, I could not be inside anywhere on my own. It's got so bad that the summer that he died, or he died in April, so that summer or that kind of period from April to, I don't know, maybe 2019, I was physically unable to put my key in my door if no one was inside on the other side. I was physically unable to be in the house on my own. I spent days, I mean like days as in different days, wandering around London, and I'm very lucky that I live in a place like London where there are free museums, that there are things like pianos and stations. For me, someone who likes to tinker on a piano, I went and I sat in stations for ages just playing on the piano or wandering around our lovely city. But yeah, it was so difficult for me to just be indoors, and it started affecting my work. I was unable to be in my workplace on my own, and which was at the time my job, to close and open a place where I was the only person there, so it became really difficult. And I've slowly worked through it, but there are still times where I am still very much afraid of being on my own in a home, or in my home, or in a place. Particularly at nighttime, I still haven't been at night completely on my own in a place yet. It's been 2 years and I still have not been able to be on my own at night time completely, like with no one else in the house. I'm very lucky that we have a cat, and I call her my therapy cat because she really did help me during that transition of being home alone in the daytime, just because it felt like there was somebody else, which there was. It's an animal, we are animals. There was somebody else there with me, someone to make me feel comfortable, and it really helped me along this journey. Now I am very worried that I'm going to revert back to those fears, and that is how that's my fears for lockdown basically. Not only that, I don't have very close friendships. I'm someone that struggles to keep friendships that I make. I am someone that struggles to reach out to people. So therefore I'm very worried that I am going to feel extremely lonely on those days when I am on my own. I already suffer from loneliness even though I have 2 kids and a partner, just because I'm not very good at making friendships, at keeping friendships, which is the main part. I guess I'm okay at making. I am quite social, although my severe anxiety has affected that in recent years, but I am still quite a social person, but I'm unable to maintain friendships, and that has been pre losing my dad. I've just had a very hard time keeping friendships going, keeping a close relationship with people. And the first lockdown, it wasn't too bad because I had my family, and I wasn't on social media as well, because 2020 January I decided to come off social media, so I wasn't on social media for the most part of the lockdown the first time around. This time, because of my channel, I've engaged back with social media, and I've got back into the habit of scrolling and looking at what other people are doing and feeling envious of others' lives. Even though I know that social media isn't complete truth of what is portrayed, it doesn't stop me from going, those people are having fun together, or those people are video calling each other, or those people are interacting via memes together, and I'm here going, what about me, you know? So I think this is going to be very difficult for myself as well. But not to worry, I am still going through therapy, so I can talk to my therapist about how I'm feeling, but I am really anxious about the days that I am on my own in lockdown. However, there is a however, and there always is a however to everything I do. I am seeing the silver lining, because having this free time again is enough time to be creative and create content. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, if I'm not lazy like I was this morning, because it took me so long to get up and get ready today to make this video, but I am hoping that I am able to make lots of content that I am able to put out over the next month, because it's only meant to be a 4-week lockdown. Fingers crossed, that's what he said last time. But I am hoping to put out different content, loads of content, so hopefully I'll keep myself busy. Things like trying to write a song and just keeping myself creative and happy in my mind with lots of serotonin levels. But do you know what does help that? Is you guys. When you comment, when you like, when you share, when you subscribe, that definitely boosts those little chemicals up there for me feeling happy, and hopefully for you supporting someone like a small creator like me, a small creator who happens to be black, who happens to be alternative, who happens to be part of the LGBTQIA plus community, who happens to be a mother. So I'm ticking loads of little boxes that the BBC usually does when it comes to small creators on YouTube, and you can help support that side of YouTube. So if you want, subscribe button's down there. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I want you to love yourselves and be loved. Don't forget to wash your hands even though you're staying at home. If you're not staying at home and you are somewhere else, not in England, guys, remember to social distance, wear a mask, and stay safe.